Okay, on the blue team, we have Peridot on Garrosh, Tommykins on Uther, Spawny on Jaina, Suminian on Artanis, and Omega Ego on Valir. On the red team, we have Nightmare on Tassador, Rosini on Abathur, Bossman123 on Chen, uh, Lexa on Diablo, and Chili Womp on Lily. Okay, so we have pretty standard comp for both teams. On the red team, we do have a Hypercarry Tassadar, so it'll be interesting what he goes. He goes the Resonance Beam, charge 50% faster. I've seen pros take this on Infernal Shrines, but in quick match I usually see the Shock Ray upgrade. Static Charge, I believe is called. Okay. And Face Prism goes out, gets the Diablo. Wrecking Ball throws Tassadar out. Everyone's focusing a different target. Very chaotic. And Diablo goes down due to some focus fire. Okay, so now Valira, Omega Ego is gonna go top and try to kill the Abathur. And let's see how this goes. Alright. Probably should start off with the damage. But, yeah, it doesn't get the kill. Okay, so with the Abathur comp, it really helps if you have a lot of wave clear. The enemy has a lot of wave clear, then they'll be good against the Abathur. The blue team has Jaina, but aside from Jaina, it doesn't really have any other form of wave clear. So it should be a bit hard to not only deal with the Locust, but deal with the pushed out waves all the time. Alright, looks like Spondy is going to relieve Soup Minion of the bottom lane, and they're going to lane swap. Meanwhile, Chen is going to go down. I think, yeah, I remember this game, Soup Minion was trying to 1 versus 1 the Chen, but Chen then swapped away from the Valera. Meanwhile, bot lane, Tassadar gets a kill off on Jaina, and Garrosh is getting low versus the Chen Diablo Lily combo, and Tommykins is now in the middle of them. Overpower from Diablo. Okay, stun, Groundbreaker out stops Chen from drinking some more, but that is fine. Okay, so quests, we have Vigor and Fingers of Frost, so Region Globe quests on Jaina and Valera. Uther is going to auto attack for the Hammer of the Lightbringer quest, and Protect Your Lyre from Artana, so he wants to attack and skirmish enemy heroes. Peridot is going to go down, pops Abdominal, but it won't stop him from dying. Okay. Now, objective is top, so Abathur should probably position himself mid or bot to push out the waves from the Locust, for the Locust. Diablo comes in, shadow charges the Artanis. Artanis face prisms out. Uther's healing Soup Minion. Soup Minion goes down. Okay. Clone of Cold from Jaina. Overpower onto the Jaina. Jaina's in melee range. Wrecking Ball throws Diablo away. Okay, Lily's almost going down. Abathur gets the kill on Jaina with the symbiote. And Lily is going to get... No, Lily doesn't get out. Delirious manages to get the kill. Alright, this is a kind of long drawn out fight, which really favors the red team because Abathur will be split pushing, especially with the symbiote as well as his body. He should be soaking good at least. But blue team's going to keep fighting this. They should probably give it away. Omega Ego dies trying to stop them. It's now 2-6 in terms of kills. And red team's going to take his objective. So they took the objective. They got a bunch of kills. And they were soaking with Abathur. This is about as good as they could get. As they could hope for. It's now 4-man top. And it looks like they're going to siege the tower. Siege the wall. And Chen, boss man, I don't know what he's doing. Jaina kills the Abathur bot. Probably got a little, Abathur probably got a little overzealous. And a lot of aggressive positioning from Rossini. We have into the fray from Garrosh. Diablo Shah charges are, but Garrosh, Wrecking Ball, and Artanis phase prisms. Garrosh is Diablo's staying alive so long due to auto attack and giving lifesteal. Has 100 souls as well, so 4% of his maximum health every time he auto attacks. Symbiote giving attack speed, 25% attack speed, as well as healing him. Lily heals him, but his souls get reset as he dies, and he'll be back up in 5 seconds. Capacitor, meanwhile, is going to take this objective. And... Alright, the Lyra goes down. Now it's Chen and Lily versus Uther and Arcanus. Garrosh comes in. Looks like Bossman and Chili Womp are going to disengage. Meanwhile, Nightmare is pushing top while Rossini pushes bot. And Rossini's going to learn from his previous experience, and start going back to base. Start going back to flirt. He's going to check the bushes for Rossini.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
And next tribute is going to be bot. First 4 taken for red team. They are almost at level 10. Blue team cannot contest objective. They should be giving objective up. Maybe they'll be able to get a pick off on Nightmare. No, they will not. And we'll see how many people red team decides to dedicate to bot. Bonnie getting some siege damage off while the Lyra clears top. Alright, Spondy is going to get gone on by the Chen. And misses his brew. X smash.
My curse upon you.
And now the red team is going to dive Spondy. The Wandering Keg, is going to push Spondy into the wall, and that's going to isolate him enough for red team to get a kill off on him. The Lyra's still pushing top. At this point, should probably be going with the rest of the team, but on the other hand, there's not really anywhere to go. Peridot Wrecking Ball Taster away, Archon popped. Divine Storm, the stuns were improperly chained. They were kind of stacked. Peridot lives at 20 health. Okay. And Shockray comes out, hits Tommykins, gets him to 200 health. The Resonance Beam is chaining to multiple targets now because of the finished quest. Alright, and looks like Wandering Keg isolates Spondy again and is going to get the kill. Yeah. Alright, so now any siege damage that Lyra got on top lane is going to be mitigated by the Mule from Abathur. Alright, Wrecking Ball into Groundbreaker onto Lily, into the fray, Suitminin away, but Suitminin goes down anyways. Omega Ego is on top of the Tassador, while Chen is being attacked by Tommykins and Peridot. Is Omega Ego going to be able to get out? Yes. Okay. The Holy Light, the Holy Radiance is going to cure the kill on the Chen. Valir ambushes the Diablo. Probably should have cheap shotted. And Divine Storm hits Tommykins. Oh. Give me a second. Okay. Apologies. Alright, so now it's 8 to 12. Alright, Suminian is going to throw out a phase prism. Oh, that's for the follow through proc. And blue team's gonna take their bruiser and their siege. Looks like Nightmare is going to try to invade. No, just recon. Alright, and blue team takes their siege and their bruisers. So now at this point, red team, the XP lead is only 1 level. Blue team shouldn't have too much of too much trouble in these fights. Wandering Keg is doing a lot of work. Isolates the Garrosh, but they're going to be able to kill the Garrosh. Overpower and Shadow Charge will do it. And then Hammer of Justice to stun the Chen, but that's not going to do much. So Omega Ego goes in, gets a little bit of damage onto the Diablo, takes a little bit of damage from the Tassadar. Meanwhile, Spondy's still in against the Abathur. But Boss Man has other plans. You're gonna be able to get off the Wandering Keg. Doesn't need to, just dives in. Blind kicks him. And gets the kill with the Abathur. Blue team gave up objective to try to kill the Chen. They eventually fall on Comrade. Divine Storm was used. So that's down for 85 seconds. I won't be up for the next objective. Alright, meanwhile, red team is going to take boss. And blue team should be aware of this because red team is missing on the map. If we take a look at their view. Yeah, and they take boss. Okay, so now red team is going to win bushes. Is blue team going to give up? They're fighting until level 16 talents. That's always rough. Nice. Geralt off onto the Tassadar with the Purifier Beam coming out as well. But the Jug of 1,000 Cups was healing Tassadar for a lot of it, but that stops. Wandering Kick from Chen isolates the Valera, but they're not able to capitalize on this. Phase Prism out onto the Diablo. Cheap shot onto the Valera is going to kill her. Garrosh goes down, Tommykins goes down, and now Artanis, the suit minion, is going to try to escape. His Shadow Charge, Overpower, Blade dashes out, and is going to die. Meanwhile, Spawny was taking care of boss. And blue team's just in a very poor position. They're about to get cursed again. And Abathur is pushing with their locusts. Oh, and Bossman is here to defend the Abathur. Conical or Ring of Frost comes out, but isn't able to get anything done. And now red team is going to position for boss, and red team is just going to take boss. Blue team can't really contest. They can't contest. It's 4v5. And I think Omega Ego might try to kill Tassadar, but no. Decides against it. Meanwhile, Suit Minion is going to, yeah, he used the Phase Prism early and wasn't able to get the kill off on the Abathur, get the interrupt on the teleport out. What's that called? Deep Tunnel. Alright, Blizzard comes out. Diablo walks out of it. Ring Cone of Cold. And looks like boss is just going to push on a core. It's 19 to 16. If red team wanted to be safer, they could wait until 20 because curse doesn't really help with pushing core, but it looks like they're just going to choose to just team fight. And boss is putting in a lot of damage. Looks like Lear gets a kill off on Lily, then they get the kill off on Tassador. Alright, blue team core at 60%. 2 chasing Diablo. Alright. Diablo Apocalypse used. And Bossman is going to go down. Finally, Lexa dies to Superman and Omega Ego. Alright, that's 20 for the red team. Blue team is catching up in experience, but they're missing all of their structures. It's going to be, like I said before, really hard for them to come back. Alright, they're going to take some of their camps. They got to push out the waves. And red team is going to look for Curse to push in all the waves. More importantly, a boss to push in core. Because then they'll be able to take the fight. Alright, Shadow Charge from Diablo. They're just gonna take a boost camp.
Gather tribute or face my curse.
And level 20s for both teams now. Well, in terms of, we got Twilight Archon from Tassador, Wandering Keg upgrade from Chan the Untapped Potential. Bellblade Turge distance by 100%. Redemption from Uther again. Okay. Phase Prism goes on to Tassador. Divine Storm hits Diablo only. Groundbreaker's out onto Diablo. And now, oh, massive Warlord's Challenge from the Garrosh. Alright, Lily with the Jug of 1,000 Cups is going to save herself, but not the Tassador. Omega Ego gets isolated by the Wandering Keg and dies to Nexus Forces. Bondi is now Ring of Frost's out. Roots Diablo in place. Lives at 90. Nope, goes down. Alright, is now at 3v4. But one of the 4 is Abathur, although he hasn't even used his ultimate evolution yet. It's now a 3v2, and it looks like this is going to be the end of the blue team. Oh, 3v3, sorry. Tomikin says the redemption, that's right. And in these long drawn-out fights, I believe Lily is going to come on top of the Uther. In terms of sustain. Warlord's Challenge is already back up, and Wandering Keg isolates too. It's been the ultimate of the game. The heroic of the game, and it looks like they're going to chase Suit Minion down. Their minions already on the core. Apathy's going to teleport in. Spawn the Locust Nest. And is Omega Ego going to chase? Yeah, it just gives up. And that is game. GG.
Red team is victorious. MVP.
Alright. Alright, we'll do one more and then we'll head out. I have to go for just a second though. I'll be right back again.